Hey guys, Alex here from ZCode System, and in this video I'm going to do a quick review of the newest features in our latest software called ZCode Sports Trader 2.0. For those of you who don't know, Sports Trader is our very own in-house sports betting software, which we're quite proud of, and it was developed by our ZLab team to allow you to bet and trade sports without any need to analyze the sports yourselves. Here at ZCode, we have more than 250 plus systems available to you through Sports Trader, and the pick selection process is entirely automated, so you don't even need to know a thing about the systems or sports you're betting on. The software will alert you whenever a new bet signal or pick is generated, and all you have to do is click your mouse a few times, simply place the suggested bets at our recommended bookies, and that's about it. Just 5 to 10 minutes per day, and it doesn't get any easier than that. Now, if you haven't yet tried out Sports Trader 2.0 for yourself, I'd highly recommend you go to our Sports Trader page here. That's zcodesystem.com/sportstrader. You can sign up for Sports Trader through either of these options here. We even offer a 3-day trial. And once you've completed your registration, you can download and install the software for your operating system from this page. Sports Trader is also available as a web app within our ZCode VIP members area, which can run on your browser or even on your mobile phone and tablet too. So once you become a member, you just click this link to access the web app directly from here. Now, there are many details about the features and systems available in Sports Trader, as well as some terminology that you'd have to become familiar with. So if you're running Sports Trader for the very first time, we'd recommend you watch the detailed Sports Trader video tutorial that we've provided on this very same download page. But I'm not going to go into all that right now because I'm really excited to show you all the latest features in this new upgrade. So let's get right to it. But first, you gotta log into Sports Trader with your ZCode login details, and once you're in, you're going to see this user interface. Now, at first glance, the front end looks more or less the same as the previous version, but what I love about the new version is the speed. The interface is now slicker and faster than how it used to be before, and that's an accomplishment in itself when you consider that this new Sports Trader 2.0 gives you access to more than 250 of our ZCode systems and more than 5,000 plus trends. Okay, so here in the interface we have the sports selector, the system selector, and the trend selector as well. All this is to the left. And we also have a portfolio section over here with a couple of new portfolio features and options, which I'll get into later on. And you'll notice that the portfolio advisor and the analyzer buttons have been moved to the top to make it more convenient for you to create and statistically analyze your own portfolios. Now, just like in the previous version, you have the system performance graphs to the right over here. And this one shows profits from only the systems that you've selected versus this one here, which shows you profits from all of our ZCode systems and trends combined. So if you had followed each and every one of those picks that were generated, you could have potentially earned $4.772 million over the past 3 years alone. Now, right below these graphs are the active and past signal tabs. And this is where you'll see the latest picks or signals that have been generated for the day from the systems that you've selected to follow. And of course, you'll have the past signals here as well. Now, below the trend selector section, if you were to go further down, you will find this cute little stake unit bankroll calculator. And this calculator will help you to determine the best unit size for you to stake based on not only your bankroll but also the number of systems that you've selected in this portfolio. And lastly, right here at the top, you have these tabs that give you complete access to all the main sections of our ZCode VIP Club members area. Now, a lot of the basic features present in Sports Trader 2.0 that will carry over from the previous version onwards have already been explained in our detailed Sports Trader video tutorial. But for now, I just want to mainly focus on the latest features in this video. So let's first take a look at the portfolio section over here, which is right at the top. Okay, you have the usual options like create a new portfolio, you can rename it, and save the portfolio, and this little information icon which gives you a quick summary of all the systems and trends that have been selected for this portfolio. Now besides that, what's cool is this new notification button which allows you to set browser and mobile push notifications via our ZCode apps. So you have the browser push notification option here, which will help you to set your PIC notifications, and it'll alert you to new PIC signals within the SportsTrader web app, or even if you're logged into any part of our ZCode VIP club, as well as an option for receiving mobile push notifications as well, which you can set here. So let's click the browser push notifications, and you'll see all these settings and options here. Okay, now with the earlier version you would receive notifications for all the systems that were available, but now you can set push notifications only for the system trends you're interested in. To do that, you need to first uncheck this option, and when you do that, you'll be presented with a list of the available portfolios inside your SportsTrader, and you select the portfolio that you want to receive notifications from. And the moment you do that, only the trends and systems that you selected for this particular portfolio will be accepted, and you save your settings, and that's about it. So from this moment on, you will only receive notifications for the systems that you are interested in, not for all of them. The same goes for the mobile push notifications as well. Now coming back to the portfolio section, when you click the portfolio drop down, you'll notice another new feature which has been added here, which is a dynamic list of the top 5 most profitable expert portfolios. These are portfolios that have been created and being tested by our community experts, and you can easily benefit from their experience by simply clicking any of these expert portfolios. When you do so, all of its systems and trends will be transferred to this current portfolio of yours, and then you can choose to save it as a separate portfolio if you wish. Now let's take a look at the main selector sections in SportsTrader 2.0. This sports selector allows you to choose the various sports that you might be interested in, or you could simply select all of them, especially if you're looking to make maximum profits and you're not particular about which sport to bet on. Then you have the system selector, where you can choose all the various systems that you might be interested in to bet on, and next to each of the system names you will notice this little gear, and if you were to click on that, that will give you further detailed statistics about that particular system. And then you have the trend selector, this entire section here, which lists out all the various trends which are available under the sports systems that you selected above. Now next to each of these systems you'll notice a performance graph, and what's great about the new feature in this graph is that you'll notice that this first section here, okay, is colored in blue or purple, and the second part of it is colored in green. Now the first section is meant to indicate the performance of the system based on backtested results, whereas the green section is the performance of the system based on forward tested results, which means that this is the performance of the system when it's based on real live odds. So what we're looking for are systems with a good balance of backtested performance versus a good forward tested performance as well, and as you can see, these particular graphs are listed like that. And the best way to actually make sure that you are looking at only the most active and profitable trends is to use these options, which is active only and the most profitable and stable. And then below that you have further filters and drop downs which will allow you to filter out all these various system trends, and you can see here you have all systems, only flats, only progression systems, and profit time, which is important because the graphs shown over here and even the results that are shown is based on a particular time period, and that time period is something that you can select here as well. So you have the last 3 active months last 3 months since the beginning of that particular system and since the season start. Then you have the various years that are listed there, and the most commonly used option now, which is also a new one, is based on live signals. This is really important because this determines whether the system is actually, profitable in forward test live results. Okay, now with the sort method, you have these options over here: the total profit, best return on investment, that's ROI, profit chart, and trust factor. Okay, and of course, if you click ascending order, it'll just simply list the systems in an ascending order of their names. All right. By default, you have total profit, which means that the most profitable trends will be listed at the top of this list. But what I'm really excited to show you is I want to quickly demonstrate to you how to manually create your own portfolio using the brand new advanced trend selector mode. Now, this new feature in SportsTrader 2.0 is my personal favorite, and it makes it so much easier for you to manually select systems based on these various criteria that we spoke about. The first thing I'm going to do is create a brand new portfolio from scratch, and what I'm going to do is start selecting all these various sports, and I'm going to select all of them so that we have the maximum number of systems and trends available to us, plus the flexibility to maximize our profits. Okay, now you have the system selector. You need to select at least one system to be able to see the advanced selection mode, so let's just quickly go into that directly. And here you have the system selector, but here are the systems that are laid out in a horizontal fashion. Okay, and you'll have all of them listed here. And the cool thing is that you can just directly, click check all or uncheck all, which makes it a lot easier for you to do this at one shot. So I'm going to select all of them, and this will take some time because we're looking at all the systems which are available to us for all of the sports that I just selected. Okay, and the moment you do that, you're suddenly listed with all of these trends that are available under those systems. Okay, so like I mentioned before, we're only interested in the active ones and the ones which are most profitable and stable, and we'll use all of the systems based on live signals. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the best profit graph for the sort method. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is because this will give me a quick visual idea of how well the systems are doing. Okay, just from the graph alone. So now that we have the trends which have been sorted according to the best profit charts, let's go ahead and select a few of these nice looking upward trending profit graphs. But before I do that, let's say I want to be a little more selective about how well the systems perform. And to do that, I'm going to use this new trend filter, which will allow me to filter out and keep only the systems that satisfy this particular criteria. So what I'm interested in is systems which have great profit charts, but also with a trust factor of at least 70 or more. Okay, and the moment I do that, I'll just simply use this to check all the trends that fit this particular criteria. Okay, and you can see we have a few of them selected here. If I were to scroll down through that entire list, you'll see many more of them. So now that we have ordered the trends and also filtered them based on this particular factor, I'm going to apply this, and this will basically transfer the selected trends down into the sports selector, system selector, and trend selector sections. And as soon as you do that, you see this great looking chart over here, and this is over a period of 1 year. I like the way this profit chart is looking because it gives me an indication of what the projected returns might look like. But at the same time, there are no guarantees when it comes to sports betting. But that's where SportsTrader comes in, because it does all of the analysis and calculations for you. So now that I'm happy with the way this particular portfolio looks, I'm going to name it as a new portfolio. So let's say best active trusted systems. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to save this, and that's it. So now that we've seen how to manually create your own portfolio, let's see how we can make that process even easier with the Portfolio Advisor. So just click this button and that'll bring up the Portfolio Advisor. And what this tool helps you to do is to create your own portfolio of systems, okay, which are based on all of the 250 plus winning systems that we have to offer. But how the Portfolio Advisor tool works is that it helps to create this optimum set of systems based on these questions here, which are an indication of what are the kind of sports you want to follow, what are your profit expectations and your risk tolerance, how often you're willing to bet, and the timing of the picks, or rather, how flexible you are in terms of placing the bets throughout the day. All of these options have been covered in our detailed tutorial, so I'm not going to go through them right now, but what I'm going to do is very quickly create a sample portfolio. So I'm going to do the sport doesn't matter to me, so I want all of the sports. I'm going to choose something aggressive. Frequency of bets, let's take that up to the maximum. And timing of the picks, let's say I'm very flexible and the timing doesn't matter to me. So click that and that'll calculate, and it'll basically list out 10 of the best system trends which match the criteria that have been mentioned over here. Okay, and once you do that, what you should also do is take a quick look at the bankroll, see if that's a unit size which you can handle. If the bankroll is too large, or let's say for example you have a bankroll of only $2,000, you edit that value and the unit size will be recalculated accordingly. Okay, so we're going to apply this portfolio, and whenever you apply a portfolio from the advisor, it will overwrite the current portfolio that you have. So if you made any changes to the previous portfolio, please make sure you save them before you use the advisor. And there you go, that's the applied portfolio from the advisor itself. Okay, I'm going to save this as a completely different portfolio, so I'll say Portfolio Advisor 1. Okay, so now that we have applied the portfolio from the advisor tool, oh yeah, and the one thing that's very important is whenever you make a change to your portfolio, always make sure that there is at least one trend selected, or there should be some change in the trends that you've selected in this entire list. Because what you have to remember is that SportsTrader is dealing with more than 5,000 trends, and it has to preload tons of data, historical as well as statistical, for it to be able to crunch the numbers that you wanted to do. So it'll only consider changes that have been made to the trends list. So please do keep that in mind. And as soon as you made a change, then you can save that as a different portfolio. Alright, so that's how the advisor works. Now let's take a quick look at the analyzer, which is a new tool. And what it does is going to show you highly detailed statistical information about the systems and trends that were selected by the advisor. And as soon as the portfolio analyzer has completed crunching all its numbers, you'll see this highly detailed table. We have the portfolio names along with the names of all the various trends under this portfolio, the count of systems, the trends count, all of the... So the way that the analyzer works is that it breaks down the count of signals and the profit that's made from those signals over different time periods. So you have last day, the last week, the last month, last 3 months, last 6 months, and the last year. And again, under each of those particular time periods, it breaks it down into how many were win versus loss and the total signals that were received. So over the last day, you had this many wins, this many losses, and the totals. Okay. Over the last week, you take a look and see you have that many wins, that many losses, and the total number of signals, as well as the profit that was made, the total profit. So we're talking about the net profit basically that was made from these particular trends under this system. So you can see how detailed this gets. Okay, so now that we've seen how to use the Portfolio Advisor as well as the Analyzer, let's quickly take a look at the active signals for the day. Let's take a look at these. Just like, we have 5 of them right now. So this is basically where you just need to take a look at the You see the name of the system, trend, okay, and what is the recommended team that you had to bet on. What's the bet type here, which is basically on the spread line, and the odds, the number of units you must take, and of course, if your unit stake is 1, then you'll be betting $100 on this particular game. Alright, so normally what we do is, once you have these active signals, which we can place at any of our recommended bookies like 5Dimes or Bet365, and in doing so you'll enjoy your big wins and profits the next day. So once you're done placing them at your bookie, you come back here and just simply click that, just say that I place it, and that'll help you to keep track of the bets that you've already staked. So now that we've shown you all the new and latest features inside SportsTrader 2.0, what are you waiting for? Just go to our ZCode SportsTrader page, that's zcodesystem.com/SportsTrader, and sign up for your copy of SportsTrader 2.0 and start using our latest software to earn the best profits from sports betting right away. Make sure you get an ASAP because you wouldn't want to lose out on all the potential winning signals that are waiting for you inside SportsTrader. So that's it for our quick demo of our latest software, ZCode SportsTrader 2.0. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the inside soon. Ciao.
Hey everyone out there, my name is Dee, and look, I have to tell you about something really awesome that's just sort of kind of went viral online. It's called ZCode, and it's the ZCode system that is basically used to help you win bets with sports, such as football, hockey, baseball, basically all your major sports systems. And what's really incredible about it is that it's only going to do what is necessary in order to help you make the most logical and safest bet possible with your money. Take you right there. You can check it out for yourself. You can see all the people that are winning as well as losing, although the losing seems to be very much on the lower end of things. It's a lot of people winning, like I said. And have fun, guys. Take care.